What's up, everyone? My name is Mr. H, and this is the One-A-Day Musicianship Challenge brought to you by Bob Rogers Travel. Today, we're going to talk about polymeter. We're going to define it, and then I'm going to give you an assignment, and you're going to be able to play one of them at the end of the video. Okay, so what is polymeter? So poly is a prefix meaning more than one. Meter is a grouping of beats. Let's get into some definitions here. So we need to know what subdivision, beat, and meter is. Now, the beat is what you tap your foot to. It is the pulse of the music. So I'm going to play a groove here, and I want you to tap your foot to it. Okay, so you're tapping your foot, you're probably tapping it right there, and that is the beat. Now, the beat is organized into a meter. That's how many beats are in each measure. So how many beats are in my measure? Here we go. Tap and count. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was a meter of 4. Now a subdivision is an equal division of the beat, and the hi-hat in this drum groove was playing a 16th note subdivision where it was dividing the beat into 4 equal parts. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So to understand polymeter, we need to talk about metric ratios. So here's a metric ratio. All right, this is actually what I just played. So the first number, the number on the left, so left, left, that is the bass subdivision, And when I was playing, the bass subdivision was 16th note. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. But with just the bass subdivision, we have no frame of reference. We don't know where the beat is because the beat is an equal, well, the subdivision is an equal division of the beat, and we're not saying how many subdivisions are in our group, and that's what the second number is. The right number, so right, is the subdivision grouping. So in this example, we have one. Ready? And I'm going to group every 4 of 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and that is a pulse. That's our meter, or that's not our meter, that's our pulse. Okay, so we have a 16th note subdivision, a subdivision of 4, and we're grouping those every 4 times. So we have 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now what if we use a different number here? Okay, what if we use a number like 3? This is a polymeter. So we have our bass subdivision, which is 16th note, and usually we would group them in groups of 4, and that would create our beat. But what if you group them in groups of 3? It's going to create a new beat. It's going to create a meter on top of our old meter, a polymeter. So this ratio tells us a few more things. It's called 4 over 3. So this is called 4 over 3. That's how you read a polymetric ratio or a metric ratio. Okay, so that means that there are 4 beats that are going to happen in the space of 3 beats. 4 over 3. 4 beats happen in the space of 3 beats. This also tells you how many subdivisions are going to need to occur before everything gets back in line again. And to do that, you multiply. So if you multiply both of these numbers, so multiply left by right, and you get how many subdivisions are needed to complete the, I don't know, what would you call it? Sequence, pattern. Let's call it pattern. The pattern. Okay, so we need 12 16th notes to complete this pattern, which is actually 3 beats. So 12 divided by 4, which is our subdivision, is 3. So let me show you how to feel and intellectualize a 4-3 polyrhythm, and I'm going to give you your homework. So I want you to, with your right hand, you're going to play 16th notes with me. 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Cool. Now, I want you to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now change it to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now with your left hand, it doesn't have to be the same fingers I'm using. Could just be on the table over here or something. I want you to play every 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now every 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you're doing is you're kind of preparing yourself to play a polyrhythm, a polymeter. You are feeling the subdivision, and then you are dealing with the grouping. So in order to perform this, you are going to move everything away from your top-down camera, because I know you have a lot of stuff there. Let's make it so it's kind of in the middle of the frame and all nice and pretty and tidy. Okay, so 2 hands. My right hand is going to play. Well, I'm gonna verbalize these. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tap my foot along with the original grouping, the grouping of 4. And I'm also going to play my right hand with that grouping. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Keep that going. And in your left hand, you're going to play 3s. Take turns. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oops, don't say anything. So if you notice, every 3 beats, it kind of resets the pattern and your hands go together. So let's count this using like 16th note subdivisions. Let's go slow. So I have 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a 4. On beat 4, if we're in a meter of 4, our hands are together. Let's do it in a meter of 3. If we're counting in a meter of 3, then on beat 1 of every measure, our hands are going to come together. So we have 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 1. So what I want you to do is, I know that there are different, there are sayings and stuff that you can use to figure this out, but I want you to think about the polymeter in relation to this ratio, and I want you to practice it in that way. So you're going to feel these different ones in each hand, and then I want you to do it to a metronome. You're going to do it to a metronome at 60 beats per minute. Just show both hands. You can choose which hand you want to play which part of the polymeter, the left part or the right part, but that is how we do polymeter. See you in the shed.